Hey all, welcome to the Friday Night Strike. We're a little late again tonight, unfortunately. It's just, how things are. Can't do anything about it. So, anyways, I'll send some links out. We'll throw something on the wall, see what sticks. So, give me a minute or so. Find who all I sent emails to last time. Go. Go. Hey, Kingpin. How's it going? Lucifer, what's going on, my man? Uh-oh, Artisan Tony is out there. Watch out. All right, let's see here. Where's the join link? There it is. All right. Let's get some people in here and start a discussion because I need something to get my mind off of everything that's going on. All right, I just sent emails out to a bunch of people. Just to let those people know, that may be David Bowling, that may be Rich White, Roll Call 219. Some of the other usual suspects. It may be Artisan Tony. He got an email too. So, I mean, whoever wants to jump in and just have a chat, we can do that. Ooh, Lucifer, that sounds awful. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I'm really sorry to hear that. That sucks. And there, my fellow lefties out there, Southpaw RX is out there. What's going on, bro? No, it's 6 Eastern. Oh, 6:25 Eastern. Not 6, but the Friday Night Strike is at 6 Eastern. So. Yeah, it's a Friday. I don't know how happy it is, but it's a Friday. You are right, Jason Stewart. I'm getting no messages on Facebook from Garage Guns. He's showing off a Chris Vector. I don't really care for the Vector, so I mean, it'd be cool if I could get one in full auto, but because I can't, I'm not really that into a Vector. I mean, it's Ellis's dream gun, but whatever. All right, just for saying, and it's just regular maintenance, but it made to where your typical at-home mechanic can't work on anything anymore. Yeah, that is irritating me. Where they're trying to make things so overly complicated that a normal person or even a regular mechanic can't just work on it. The case in point. Okay, if you get a Tesla, you can't. You don't have to change the oil in it. You don't have to do anything other than maybe change the window washer fluid. But if anything breaks on it, you have to take it back to the dealership because, hey, guess what? Not everybody can work on that. It's stupid. I mean, whatever happened to having the right to repair the shit you own? Or are we just leasing stuff now because nobody wants to shell shoot anymore?
I like it when you have to. I like it when you have to buy the special tool to take this specific screw or nut off, and it's ridiculously expensive, and you only ever use it once.
If it allows you to repair the damn thing without having to take it down to a repair shop or a dealership, I'm fine with. Okay, who knows? Maybe down the line you're gonna have a friend that needs the tool and you can just loan it to him, and everything will be happy. Okay, but if it's the fact where you can't buy the tool, you can't fix it yourself, I'm against that kind of thing because that's against the American way. Where we used to fix everything that broke, and now no one fixes anything.
What happened to batteries being bad for the environment?
Yeah, no kidding, right? Well, these are lithium-ion batteries, the same batteries that are in your cell phone. So I guess they're not as bad. I don't know.
They're not as bad as cancer, I guess.
Right.
The lithium-ion batteries are worse than the regular batteries because they take thousands more years to degrade.
Okay, we got a question out there. Joe Smo is asking, hard decision to make. Do I buy a Browning BPS shotgun or get a PSA AK? Plenty of ARs, would be first AK, but I shoot clays and dove hunt. Been borrowing shotguns in the past. Tony, you're a big clay guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't shoot clays with AKs. I'm sorry. Maybe I should try.
That's not what he's asking.
Maybe my rifle club frowns upon shooting up at a 45-degree into the air at clay pigeons. You know
what he was asking? Should he get because he goes and shoots clays and dove hunts? Should he get the shotgun right now because he's been borrowing one in the past, or should he buy another AK?
I'd say the man needs a shotgun.
I think he needs a shotgun with double-aught buck in it.
Okay. You've got it from the two FUDs. They're gonna say you need a shotgun. I agree. You need one shotgun. If you don't have a shotgun to go and shoot clays with, or just dick around with, then you need a shotgun. Now,
so I want to know where
you don't have an AK. So after you buy the shotgun, your next gun should be a PSA AK. You need to go to GunTube.org, click on the PSA link, and buy the AK there. That's what you need to do.
When I was like 13,
you could even buy the shotgun from PSA as well. Just saying.
You could.
When I was 13, I got a SS Crescent from Kmart for my Christmas present. I still have that shotgun, and I cut it off. I cut the barrel off, but I can shoot clay pigeons with it. I don't need an AK to do that.
That's the same thing I did with my Sears and Roebuck shotgun that my dad gave me when I was like 13 or 14. Yeah. I cut the barrel down on it, but I still got it.
I got a Stevens 67E that I bought off of Arms List for like $100, a few years ago. Yeah, the barrel was cut down to 19 inches, but I've been using it. It doesn't have a bead sight. What I need to do is I need to either take it to a gunsmith that actually puts sights in, because I don't have the tooling to put in sights, and maybe have them add a brass bead sight, or maybe I should get a heat shield that has one of those brass bead sights.
You can do that yourself. I put bead sight on mine. Yeah. If you go to Brownells, they'll sell you the kit that's got the bead sights, and it's got the drill bit, and it's got the tap that'll put the threads in for you. It's all like $10 or something like that.
I know. It's just my eyesight is already messed up.
Here's an option. You can shoot your shotgun enough to know where it shoots where you don't need a bead sight. How about that?
I like that idea.
If your shotgun just sits in the closet all the time and you don't ever shoot it and you don't know where the little pellets hit when you pull the trigger, then you might need a bead sight. But
you're right.
If you shoot it a bunch, then you're going to know where the pellets go.
On a short barrel like that, it's kind of iffy whether you really need one. I just wanted one, but yeah, just for looks.
I'll be honest. I already know where the shot's going to be placed when I do use it to shoot clays out in the backyard. But again, I've got these targets where you can actually put the clays inside of the cardboard, and you hang it on your target stand, and then you just shoot the place. I've got that.
They don't move. They don't move. They
don't fall off because I use duct tape.
That's pretty funny.
But again, I got that because I thought that would be interesting to use and whatnot. Just for the hell of it, because shells are cheap. You just brought
a tear to my eye because back, what was it, 2012, when G-Webs and Hoss came to shoot at my range, we threw clay pigeons out on the ground at 50 yards, and I was thinking the clay pigeons aren't moving; they're just sitting there. It was pretty funny, but I loved it. I love those guys.
Yeah, it's just I'm right now I'm working on setting up the range because I have to do some weed eating and lawn mowing out there because it's getting a little ratty. So once I do that, I'll probably take one of the rifles out and do some shooting again. I haven't been shooting outside in a while just because of the factor of weather. It's either been too cold or it's rained a lot, and I hate rain. I absolutely hate rain. I don't like going out in the rain and having my guns get wet. I'm just telling you.
Well, they'll wipe off.
Yeah, and then they'll start to rust, and I had that issue once or twice already.
You do realize that rust is an additive measure, not a subtractive measure. So that means you can wipe off the rust and your barrel is still there. Right.
I do realize that, but I hate rust being on the receiver.
Well, clean it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oil it up before you take it out.
Yeah.
Clean it and oil it back up when you're done.
All right, so Drew's first saying, "Oh no, you can buy a new Cadillac or John Deere. You sign a contract that you don't own the software in the things now. So basically, you'll never really own the car." Yeah, that's why I don't buy new. Okay, buy used. No, don't go that new. He's also saying I got like 10 days, and I can buy a Shockwave that will be my only shotgun. Was going to buy a double stack 1911, but the wife's car screwed that up. Yeah. Bro Call just bought some double out buck for $297. That's a pretty good price.
How much?
$297.
How many for $297?
Just one.
Probably one. Maybe two.
That was the bulk rate.
Jason Stewart saying, picked up 200 rounds of 7.62 by 54R at my dealer. I wasn't a dick. I left 2 packs for other customers. Good. Tacos and French fries is out there. Kingpin jumped out. What? He's back? He has back? Roll call, you have a link, but if you're working, I understand. Shit happens. So I wanted to give you all an update. I'm not going to Tulsa this April. So those that are going, have fun. I'm not going to attend any more discussions about it because I'm not going. There's no point.
Well, there's a lot of us not going, so maybe it was fate that you weren't supposed to go.
Maybe it was.
Maybe something happens to my server while you're away, and you were supposed to stay home so you could fix it. So you could
pay me.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, okay, I can deal with that. No, but I don't want to depend on what is. But what I have decided is, on the recommendation of a few people, I've extended it, and I'm gonna try and shoot for November. So, if people want to still donate to the Indiegogo campaign, it's still going. So, I'll get the link out there. We're about halfway there. Got a couple more people donate.
What is it up to?
We're at 480 right now. So if anyone wants to jump in and help out the campaign, that'll help me get to Tulsa in November instead of April. Because I'm obviously not going to make the April one. So that's just how it goes. But hey, that's life.
Yep, it's live.
It's live. Oh, Foos, what you doing? What you making tonight?
Sausage and eggs.
Sausage and eggs. So you having a reverse breakfast or reverse dinner or whatever?
Majority of my breakfast items are made for dinner.
Made for dinner? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're that kind of guy that can eat potatoes, sausage, and eggs all day, right?
Yes.
I could do her.
Yeah, I could do that too. That's pretty good. And jumping in at the last minute, hoping we wouldn't see him. We've got Sarge with C4 Defense.
What is up, gentlemen?
Are you out on patrol, Sarge?
No, sir. Side gig.
Side gig. So you're crewing a desk.
Yes, I am. And I am opening up some really cool mail that I'll show in a little bit.
All right, you desk pirate.
That's me.
I'm only saying that because Obnoxious would say that. All right. What's everybody else out there saying? Scott P79 says he's had French toast for dinner. I have to. I've had pancakes for dinner too. So, yeah. You can eat breakfast food for dinner too, or lunch if you want. You don't have to eat it at breakfast.
Any goddamn thing.
Makes a good late night snack too.
It does.
I mean, in the South, it's interchangeable, right? We don't care.
Well, remember, in the South, we also have brunch, right?
Yes, we do.
In the South, it's just called food.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's called breakfast.
We call it breakfast, and breakfast can be anywhere between, whatever time in the morning to whatever time in the afternoon we decide to stop eating breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a second meal, is it lunch or is it dinner?
Well, it's lunch or dinner, or depending on how we feel. I've heard some people refer to it as dinner.
So for me, it depends on what time of day.
Yeah,
lunch is midday, dinner's in the evening.
Yeah.
My effort's second meal or what?
Well, that's what I meant. So a lot of places here in the South, it's dinner time is at noon, and then supper time is at evening.
Yeah, I grew up. That's what my folks always called it. Dinner was at noon, and supper was at evening time.
Supper for me, supper and dinner are interchangeable.
Yeah,
I grew up in Missouri.
Same here, but my parents, I've always, they adhered to the whole breakfast, lunch, and dinner, format. So I'm used to hearing it's time for lunch and then it's also time for dinner. But usually, in my family, because we're Italian, usually the biggest meal for us is dinner. Yeah. I mean, I know some parts of Italy, lunch is the biggest part of the biggest meal of the day. But, my family, dinner was always the largest meal of the day. And lunch and breakfast were, if you had a hearty breakfast, you didn't have to have that much for lunch.
It depends on the day. Now, Sunday, lunch was the biggest meal.
Well, on Sunday, we eat lunch, dinner early. Like, say, dinner will be like 2 or 3 o'clock. And like, if we get hungry after that, let's just have like a snack or something. This is the way my family is.
Well, in the Appalachian Mountains, we didn't have definitions for eating. We just ate when we got hungry. So.
Right, and you capture mountain lions with your bare hands. You picked up logs and threw them on your shoulders. And,
Moonshine.
It wasn't that. It wasn't
that. You cut
that.
down trees and made maple syrup and had a big blue ox.
No. It wasn't that. They just didn't have a dictionary.
That's right. We didn't need a dictionary.
You shot your first bar before you were 6 years old.
When you had to hunt, when you had to find, hunt and gather your food, what good would a dictionary do?
Mm-hmm. I thought you guys had grocery stores up there.
No, they had moonshine.
Well, they had moonshine in West Virginia and in Kentucky as well.
Yeah, we got grocery stores in Appalachia.
Was it just barley and rice and a little bit of fruit?
Looks like my dad said he grew up on a farm. He said, yeah, they had stores and restaurants in the city. He said, but we was farmers. We ate what we had on the farm. We didn't go in the city to get food.
Right.
Made our own bread and ate the chickens we raised.
That's what my grandmother said.
I wish there was more of that.
My grandfather did that until, he decided to join the Civilian Conservation Corps and leave West Virginia.
We'd be a lot healthier if we ate that way.
When I was growing up, we learned not to name the chickens at my grandmother's house because
they were on the chopping block.
They were not pets, period. That's it. We would have to go string beans. She would make us sit on the front porch, string beans, and then my grandfather would cut the head off the chicken. First, he would ring it like he would, sling it in a circle. Then he would chop it off. We would string beans and eat that for dinner out of the garden.
Yeah. That's what you do. If you raise chickens and then you want to go through the work of, preparing the chicken to cook some dinner, that's on you. I mean, personally, I don't like to do all that work, so I'd rather buy a chicken from Walmart.
And my grandmother would come out and say, you boys better get those strings out of those beans or I'm going to be mad. And I would say, why do you call them string beans if we have to remove the strings?
So I watched a little bit of the chat last night. C4, did you guys talk Tulsa or anything like that?
And I think we're going to talk Tulsa tomorrow night. We talked a little bit about Tulsa, but we're going to kind of go over it pretty much tomorrow night at 11.
Yeah, I probably won't be there.
But yeah, we're going to start working out the details.
So, buddy of mine here, he's born in England. He's about 20 years old. He's going to be coming with me. His wife's out of town, so he's be there by hanging around by himself. So he's going to come with me. This is going to be the first gun show ever.
Now, is he an American citizen yet, or has he not gotten that far yet?
No, he is still. He's still waiting on green cards and stuff like that. He,
even though he married an American.
Yes. Still waiting. Like, he can't legally work yet. I mean, he's still waiting on stuff. But yeah, he's going to be over there with me. No, he doesn't have papers. He came over for on a travel visa, so you can't work.
Oh,
not legally, not technically, right?
Correct.
Is he going to apply to be a permanent resident, or what's he going to do?
Yes, they're doing that, and so.
Okay, we got some.
So
we got some guys out there in the chat saying, Drucifer says, I get my bread from a can. Andrew Faulkner's out there saying, I get my corn from a jar. Drucifer says, I need to get cheeseburgers in a can before, SHTF. And I go, and I'm just thinking, yeah, but they wouldn't keep very long because there's this thing called air conditioning that you won't have, and there's this thing called botulism. Look it up. You don't want to keep things in cans past their expiration date.
That's what the corn in the jar is for. It kills the botulism.
Right. Okay. As long as we got that settled, all right.
So is your buddy from England? Is he a gun guy or getting into it?
Yeah, he's getting into it. He really likes the K98K. He shot. When we went out, the first time we took K98K, Moss 36, Lee Enfield.
I'm surprised he likes the the K98 more than the Lee Enfield, considering, you know, he's from England.
He's a lot more accurate with it.
Well, it was a better rifle compared to the Enfield.
Yeah. He really likes it. So it's so yeah, he's gonna be in total pretty much shock. I mean, he's not gonna be able to drink. He is 20, so even though over in
18 over 18, there, yeah. 20, 21 here, yeah.
So, I mean, he'll hang out with us and stuff, but not gonna be able to drink, which is fine. I mean, he doesn't drink anyway, so.
Not that you know of.
Well, yeah, and his. I mean, yeah. I mean, he told me he's like, I don't drink, so. Yeah, I mean, just one of those things. It's gonna be cool. As I said, his first gun show, he's gonna be like, holy shit.
It's gonna be what he's going to experience is he's experienced the impression from England, and then he's gonna step into that gun show and he's gonna find Shangri-La. That's how it's gonna be.
So yeah, so he's gonna be hitting the couch in my room and just be hanging out with all of us.
Well, that'd be cool.
His wife's gonna be out of town, so he's like, "Well, I'm just sitting around." I'm like, "Dude, just come with me." He's like, "All right."
Yeah, that'll be cool. He'll have a ball.
Yeah, he will. He will love it. So, it'll be fun times. Getting him hooked on expensive guns. No, I just took a bunch of guns out, and he also likes the Star Model BM for pistol.
So he likes Spanish guns.
Well, I mean, the Mauser I have was made in '38 in Berlin, so
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we just went and we shot probably $150 worth of ammo that first day. So,
Dusty one is saying you can can beef. It's cooked in canning. Yeah, I'm sure it is. He says I can many I raise. Well, okay. Apparently, Dusty one slaughters his own beef.
I know a lot of people slaughter their own beef.
Yeah.
A lot of people around here.
Well, Dusty has his own farm, so I expect that from Dusty.
Well, I mean, around here too. I know several people that'll buy calves in the spring, and then cut them in the fall. I mean, cut them in the fall and eat on them all year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever works.
Yep.
So. All right, so.
Oh man. So what's everybody's plans for the weekend?
I'll probably take care of family. Hang out. Maybe see if I can do some shooting and some videos. But other than that, I'm just editing videos that the footage I took of the Civil War reenactment. Okay. I'm not done with it yet because I have to split it in parts. And the thing is, I took some footage with a gimbal, and I took fixed footage with, a camera on a tripod. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to figure out how to merge this footage together so you don't have too much of the same.
Are you happy with your gimbal?
Yeah, it was.
Did it work well?
Yeah, I got one of those manufacturer refurbs off of eBay for like $50. Was that Civil War reenactment? Is that like one of the first times you've actually gone out and used the gimbal other than testing it? Other than testing it, yes.
Okay. So were you happy with the footage when you looked at it?
I was just unhappy that my batteries died on both phones. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to have to get a battery cable for. I have to get a special one for the gimbal, a right angle micro USB cable, and
yes.
Then what I'm going to have to do is probably get a weight for the gimbal because what I use on the gimbal is my Note 4 that I just got.
I was thinking about getting a weight for mine because it doesn't quite want to balance like front to back with the GoPro on it. When I put the new case on the GoPro, it kind of gets a little top heavy. So I thought about getting a weight for the bottom of it.
You know, I'm just looking at getting a weight to even out because the issue I'm running into, while it's doing front and back, tilting forward and backward just fine, but it can't level enough. It won't level. And the only way to fix that, because it's tilting to one side, is to add a weight to help it level out.
Yeah, because I guess when you set them up, you want them, because you can adjust the arms on it, can't you?
Yeah. Plus, the Note 4 is a little heavier because it's a bigger phone than the S5. So that's my other thing.
You want to try to get it as close to level when it's off as you can, so that it doesn't have to do as much work.
Right. So
can't you just hold it level?
No, unfortunately.
The sad thing about the reenactments, and I've been to several of them down here at Chickamauga, where we have our battlefield down here at Chickamauga, that you can't really capture because cameras want to try to mute, cannon fire and gunfire. It's hard to replicate the cannons in video because they're so freaking earth-shattering. The ground is rumbling underneath your feet, and the air is compressing your head.
I understand that, but you just gotta try some. I mean, I bought one of those Boya shotgun mics that I could use on my tripod. I can also use it with the gimbal, and that seemed to do pretty well. It picked up a lot of stuff. Warsaw Patriot out there is saying, Night Strike, my brother. Hey, guys. Hey, Night Strike, I got good news for you, man. Good news. What's going on, Warsaw? Tell us what the good news is. Tell us what's going on, what's doing good with you. I can't wait. Jason Stewart is out there saying, Kingpin saying, Jason Stewart, I know what you mean. Jason Stewart said, problem is I'm looking ahead to the next one. So I can only assume a next firearm. Who has the ice cream truck in the background then?
Me.
Okay. I know that sounds like an ice cream truck because I've heard that before.
Yeah, it's sitting in front of my neighbor's yard.
All right, so
they have 3 grandchildren, so
there you go. That's what it is. So, when Warsaw Patriot tells us what the good news is, he'll.
He's talking about the Deerfield, Illinois decision, where the judge threw out the assault weapons ban.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's up? So Deerfield, Illinois judge stopped the so-called assault weapons ban. He said it was illegal and it violated the state's laws with the CCW.
Yep, Coda Boy 32 just did a video on it that I watched before I noticed I got the link from you. So
yeah, Warsaw Patriot also says not only that Night Strike, he's got other news too.
So
Kingpin has to leave, so we'll see you later, Kingpin. Take
deuces.
Hugh Janus is saying, "What's the bad news?" I don't know.
No, bad news is was it First District struck down Gun Owners of America's bump stock, so they're going to another district, I think.
Well, no, now they got to go to the higher level appeals court. That's the district judge. Now they got to go to the appellate, and then they got to go to then from there go to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, so it's I don't have a bump stock anymore. I'll just say that right now. I got rid of mine, so
I never had one, but I
wish. You know the best thing about that whole
so you know what I'm going to do? I know it's not going to do anything, but I am going to send a bill to Donald Trump for the amount that I spent on the bump stock.
Here's a good thing. Here's something interesting. Well, not a good thing, but here's an interesting thing about this whole bump stock thing that's going on right now, right? There's a Utah federal court that issued a stay on the execution of the ban, but it only applies to the person that filed the case. They specifically ruled that it only applies to that person, not to anybody else. So while they stayed the implementation, they only applied it to that person.
Sarge, how does that even
possible?
I have no idea what he just said.
Okay. There was an appellate court in Utah that heard a lawsuit about the bump stock thing, where they were the whole ban and everything. They stayed the implementation of the bump stock ban, but only in regards to the person that filed the lawsuit, not in general. They specifically in the stay said that it only applied to him.
So he can keep his, but everybody else has to turn them in?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was something in the wording of when he filed it that wasn't quite right.
Yeah. The Warsaw Patriot is saying Night State Governor of Missouri is proposing a good law. What's it? SN 367 and 613. Okay. And I believe those are the bills to ignore all federal gun control, are they not?
That doesn't quite work that way, but that's, I guess, a novel idea.
That's what I read today, was that Missouri had nullified federal attempts.
Yeah. Well, Montana's already done it with the NFA, said, nope, we're not going to obey the NFA here.
Kansas has.
All it means is that that state is not going to commit resources to that purpose. It doesn't mean the federal government can't come in and do it. So
yeah, it's no different than the states that are legalizing marijuana.
Right.
Yeah.
Usually state law can be more restrictive than federal, but not less.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, I guess, if they don't bring a lot of attention to themselves, it'll be fine until somebody does something silly that causes the ATF to go there and deal with it. Then it will be a problem.
Well, the idea is that if all states did this, that there wouldn't be enough federal resources to enforce the laws. So
I wonder how many.
But the problem with that is the poor people that get lulled into that and the ones that do get in trouble.
Right.
Those will be the victims.
Right.
By listening to the smoke and mirrors that they're not going to be able to do anything, and then some people will get in trouble, and that'll be unfortunate for them.
It happens, but it's the state's doing something, considering the senators won't. The House of Representatives and the federal government don't want to do anything.
Well, I mean, now maybe this will.
Maybe this will tell them to stop.
Well, maybe it'll cause things to change up the line when all the states start implementing these laws or whatever. Maybe they'll revisit it at a federal level. So there may be a benefit to it.
Hopefully. But
Well, and then in the end, if enough states send enough representatives to Washington, then that'll make a difference. So
no, because if the representatives being sent to the state to Washington, aren't
yes, it will. Yes, it will. If 50 states send representatives that have nullified federal law, if those states all send representatives, where do you think the representatives come from? They come from the states. They don't come from anywhere else. So you know what I mean? So
theoretically, they'll just say, okay, you nullified it in your state, but you still have to follow it federally, is what they'll say.
No, who will? If the states, the point I'm trying to make is that hypothetically, if all states nullify these laws, and those states had enough voters that sent. We're talking about.
You realize that's only going to be the states that aren't ultra left leaning.
Yeah, I said hypothetically.
So realistically, it could be what 30, 40 states out of 50 that say no.
30 would be wonderful.
I'm just trying to remind you how it works. There's no like we tend to forget that that's how it works. That's all I'm saying, right? We sit here in our states and we think that the people in Washington aren't our people, but they are. We keep electing the same people that are going to Washington making these decisions, and we go, "Oh, damn, who are these people? We don't know them, but we do know them because we elected them."
I just want to know why Pelosi isn't being held on charges for violation of oath of office.
Because she's from a crazy ass state. That's why.
No. So. Also the same with why are we allowing anti-Semites in the Senate that have said, when they got elected that they would only follow Sharia law and they would not follow United States law, which is also a violation of oath.
That was the House, not the Senate.
The House. It doesn't matter what part of the government. It doesn't matter whether you join Part A or Part B of the government. When you take office as an elected official, it doesn't matter because guess what? You still have to say an oath of office.
It's an amazing concept that either way, whether they're a representative or a senator, they're a lawmaker.
Yeah.
They are a lawmaker, and they publicly said they won't follow U.S. law. That's amazing.
I'm sorry, but if you won't follow U.S. law, I'm kicking you out of the country.
That is absolutely amazing.
Again, but the one you're specifically talking about, Night Strike, she shouldn't even be a U.S. citizen anyway because she defrauded immigration and violated immigration law when she came to the country and somehow still got to be a citizen.
Well, they have to prove that and oust her.
Yeah.
Oh, it's easy to prove. She married her brother to get into the country.
Prove it.
It's already been documented. They don't care.
Well, they have to care because there's federal election laws.
I know there's federal election laws. They don't care.
There's also laws against marrying family, too.
Yeah. Somehow she
in most states
got away with it.
I mean, I will mention that as long as it's your cousin, in most of the southern states, that's okay and that's accepted. But in a lot of the northern states, that kind of thing won't fly.
So unless they changed law in Alabama, it is legal to marry your sibling there.
I like how Night Strike thinks South Carolina is not a southern state. I like that.
No, Artisan Tony, you can marry your cousin in South Carolina.
Okay, I just wanted to get that clarified.
Yeah, I have looked it up. Don't ask me why. It's just I was looking at laws that are arbitrary and stupid, and that's one of the ones that came up. So, I mean, why would this even need to be a law in the first place? But I guess you have to have it for some people.
It stems from the bloodlines of kings and queens from across the pond, where they would marry their cousins to make sure that the bloodline continued. Right. Don't forget who our founding fathers were.
Yeah. I'm not from South Carolina. I'm from Arizona, FYI. And all of my family are from other parts of the country because, my family is not from Arizona either.
Well, you're from South Carolina now, so.
What the hell I am.
Accept it.
Says the guy that doesn't know when we should start, the Civil War. Am I supposed to tell you, Sarge, because it happened in Charleston first?
Did it?
Yeah, the first instance of the Civil War happened in Charleston, in the Bay.
Where did the last?
Down the road.
Probably down the road. Yeah.
Was it Savannah?
Well, that depends on who you ask. Some people, you ask a different historian, they'll give you a different answer.
I mean, the last Civil War battle on record.
Where was the last shot fired?
Between Atlanta and Savannah.
You know, some people will tell you Texas. Nobody knows for sure because of the way the radio and everything. There was no instantaneous communications back then.
As far as I can tell, they say the last battle of the American Civil War was in Texas at the Battle of Palmito Ranch, May 12th to 13th, 1865.
Yeah, what's believed to have been the last naval battle actually took place in the Pacific between a Confederate warship and a whaling vessel. The Confederate warship didn't know the war was over for months and attacked this Union whaling vessel and sunk it.
Well, at least they got one.
I thought you were going to tell me it was a Japanese whaling vessel.
That would have made it funnier.
According to a lot of sources, on May 6, 1865, one of the last shots was fired in Waynesville, North Carolina.
Yeah, but apparently the last battle of the American Civil War was fought in May 12th and 13th, 1865. But here's the funny thing, okay? Here's the kicker. Guess who won that battle?
The South.
The South won that battle. But it didn't matter. The war is already over by that point. Oh, that was shit. That's just brilliant right there. The South actually won one, and it didn't matter because the war was already over.
One, as in a singular battle?
Wow, not just
I think
one.
It means figuratively.
I meant figuratively, okay?
I'm sorry.
I know they won more battles than that, but you know, the last battle they fought, they actually won. So, you know, yet they lose the war. So, oh well. I still don't believe Sherman should have burned all the South, because there were a lot of buildings, the historical buildings that we lost from you know, the colony eras, as well as even some of the contemporary era before the Civil War. And because of that, because Sherman decided to burn everything down, we lost all of that history. So I don't care if he did it to prove a point. You know, if it was me, I would have shot Sherman.
Should we have carpet bombed Germany during World War II?
Didn't we do it anyways?
There was a lot of historical buildings that were destroyed there.
Yeah.
No different.
No, it's true. Mel the Nut saying, "Damn it, Night Strike, Hank, and Budget are all on at the same time." Well, Hank always likes to quark me, and Budget is just, well, he's Budget. He's part of the Mike Militia. I can't say anything bad about him.
Those are the serious channels. These are the fun. This is the fun channel.
Wow.
That's the way I like to look at it.
And Rich, Germany is a special case because, you know, none of the other countries were going and trying to commit genocide.
So you carpet bomb the civilians because the military's committing genocide?
I'm pretty sure we targeted manufacturing and.
I know, but carpet bombing is not accurate. There were civilian facilities that were hit.
So you're going to tell me that in every war, it's always best to be as precise as possible because otherwise
what I'm saying is that I have no problem with Sherman burning the South. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, I'm telling you this right now. There's such a thing called collateral damage, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened when Sherman burnt the South. It was collateral damage.
And that's going to happen in every war.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, FYI, it still happens in the Middle East, and the wars we're still fighting over there.
You don't say.
I do say.
No,
because I see it on the TV.
Yes. Oh my God! There's collateral damage in war.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Everyone, Mr. Rich White from West Virginia. Give him a round of applause, please.
Because you don't understand sarcasm? Okay.
No, I do understand sarcasm. I'm just calling you an ass.
Well, Sherman didn't want a bunch of Southerners following him, right, to the sea or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, how do you stop people from following you? You cut off their logistic lines.
Right.
Everything, they have no logistic lines.
Yeah. I'm a Southerner, but I understand military tactics, okay? I wasn't offended. I'm not offended.
No, you're wait, you're not? That's a first.
It's a tactic.
Tactic. Oh.
Yeah,
you're fighting a war.
Tactic.
And I
fighting a war. Watch out.
And I'm also a design builder, and I think those plantation homes were ugly, so they deserve to be burned down.
Those are the ones I'm angry about. It's like, the original buildings from downtown Atlanta, the original buildings from other state capitals and other state major cities that we lost. Those buildings.
War destroys that everywhere. I mean, that's no different.
Yeah. Yeah, but nothing gets destroyed in Nebraska, right, Travis?
No, never, not at all. No ranches. No, that's all fake news. Everything you saw underwater was just mini models put together by the government to. Yeah, things get screwed. Yeah.
Fake news. Fake news.
Yeah.
No F5 tornadoes.
Travis, did you have any water damage?
No, we were fine where we are. We're relatively dry. Not at all. We got pretty good drainage out in this area. It just kind of depends on the places that got the heavy snowfall with the melting and then the rain. Those are the places that got it pretty bad. Our snow had mostly disappeared, and then the rain came in, and most of it ran. I mean, depends on where you are. A lot of the flat, low-lying areas are the places where it just pooled up and didn't go anywhere. And then people that were close to rivers with dams that broke, they were pretty much screwed.
Right. All right, Travis, I turned it down a little bit because your microphone's a little loud.
I'm doing this on my phone right now, and I've never actually taken a Hangouts call on my phone. So let me learn how to play with my audio. Is that better?
That is much better. Let me turn it
back up. Thought it was me for a second. I was trying to turn.
No, it's probably my phone. I'm trying to figure. I put myself. Okay, now that's actually taking down speakerphone, but I can hear you guys better now too. I don't have a headset for this phone, unfortunately.
Okay.
So yeah, but no. What are you guys talking about today, man? What's going on?
We're just kind of hanging out, talking about a little bit of everything, historical.
Gotcha.
What's going on? What Saw Patriot saying Night Strike. By the way, I can tell you something. In Europe, even some people in the communist countries hated their leaders who became totalitarian and were against their people. Look up couscous.
Okay.
Couscous? You mean like the ground semolina, the Mediterranean side dish?
No, that's Ceausescu, the former dictator.
Oh, I say couscous. I'm like, what, you guys exchanging recipes now or what?
I can't read that.
Most people resent their dictators that they live under.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah,
but they put these people in power in the first place. So you know what?
That's not always true, dude.
I don't think that. I don't think dictators are elected that often. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Or if they do get into power, they just don't leave and then they become dictators after like their 7th or 8th, cycle of being the president. They just kind of turn into it with the military.
Yeah. Term limits tend to get extended under dictators.
Yep.
So, Travis, I got bad news.
Yeah. What's the bad news, man?
I'm not going to Tulsa.
Yeah, you told me last night, man. I can't go either. So, man, that makes 2 of us. I guess you and I will have to do our own little live streaming, huh?
I guess I extended the campaign though, so I could try and shoot for November instead.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Not a bad idea, really.
So
I'm gonna have to figure out the November one. Yeah.
I just want to let everyone know that if you do still want to contribute to the campaign, it is still going. It's got 31 days left. If you do, you can just donate any amount. If you want to just donate like $1 or $2, you can do that. All you have to do is press the back it button. You don't have to press the rewards button. But if you want to get something out of the deal, you have to use the rewards. Because that's all I've got right now. But again, I'm about halfway there. 48%.
Well, this way, how about this? This way you can make it to 100% come November, maybe have a little extra so you can buy something,
No. Maybe, but, guys, if you can do me this favor, those of you that do videos here on the panel, if you could give me a shout out and help me with this so I can do it in November, I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
I would do the same for you guys.
How do you extend the campaign for that long? That's good though, right?
Yeah, I could extend it because remember, Wanamaker's at 2 times a year. It's in April and November. So if I can't make the April one, I guess I'm going to go for the November one.
Hey, Nice Strike. I'm sorry to have to jump out, guys. I got dinner ready to go. I just want to wanted to take your call and jump in for a few. I'll talk to you guys later, okay?
Okay, no problem, Travis.
All right, you guys have a good afternoon, man. All right, peace out, homies. Later.
Enjoy dinner, Travis.
See ya.
Yep.
I don't have no dinner.
Well, didn't you eat lunch?
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Do you really need dinner?
You dirty dog.
You anti-gun supporter, you.
It wasn't my idea. I was meeting 2 other friends, and they picked the place.
He didn't tell them he was carrying.
I'm just joking with you, Jerry.
I don't like going there myself. I do not. But out of respect to my friend.
Speaking of guns, I made another change to the Shockwave.
Did you cut the barrel down even more, or what?
No, I couldn't do that. The slide didn't work if I did that. Remember how I had the silicone tape on there to hold the brace in place?
Oh, you decided to put
with some
paracord there instead.
Yeah, and got the sling attachment right there with the paracord.
You might be able to sell custom jobs on Shockwave.
I have to ask, do you sleep with the Shockwave at night?
No.
Not yet.
A working project.
Not yet. Once you have it finished,
you need some mini shell slugs.
I can't put mini shells in the 20 gauge.
Oh, it's a 20 gauge. I keep forgetting that.
They don't make them in 20?
Hey, 20 gauge is the greatest gauge, okay?
That's why you should have gone 12.
It's a man's gauge, man.
So I just say those mini shells in a Shockwave with a brace, it shoots like a rifle. It is so fun.
I'm partial to 20 because that was my first shotgun.
I like 12. I've always liked 12. I've always thought that it's the best shotgun gauge, personally, just because you can't really find 10 anymore.
No, yeah, you can, but
it's hard.
Yeah,
I've looked. I can't find it. PSA doesn't carry it.
Cabela's had some last time I was in there, but it's pricey.
If you can get PSA to get that 14.7-inch upper that I want back in stock, I'm going to buy it on your code.
Warsaw Patriot says he's heading out, so see you later, Warsaw. Juicefor says, I want the Night Watchman Shockwave. Well, good luck. Guy that comments, who doesn't sleep with a shotgun? Well, I don't. I sleep with an AK. That's why Foose will never want that AK back.
Hey, who knows what you got on it, right?
Or what I've done to it. So
poor AK.
A poor AK. Who knows?
My AK is too greasy to sleep with.
Well, that's your problem.
Nice Strike calls that lube.
I don't. Well, some people use grease on their AK. I just use oil.
Frog lube.
Crisco?
No, I was thinking fire clean myself. That's the joke. That is the joke. But no, I use CLP. That's what I use. That's what I use on all my guns. CLP.
Do you all remember when Frog Lube first came out and they were sending it to all us people to make videos?
No, because I wasn't doing videos then.
Oh my God. I remember they sent me these containers of Frog Lube. It stank up my range bag so bad. I never, to this day, that stinky, minty smell is still stuck in my range bag. I can't get it out.
Didn't you?
It's the awfulest thing.
Haven't you washed your range bag?
Who washes their range bag?
How do you wash a range bag?
Good Lord.
What, you can't put it in the washer and just wash it?
It's never empty. What are you talking about? It's always got crap.
Well,
I ain't taking all that crap out of there.
If it's never empty and you don't empty it, wash it and put everything back in it, then I guess that's your own damn fault for not washing it.
Mine smells like hoppies, but that's okay.
Yeah, that sounds like something a girl would do is wash their range bag, okay? So.
The rolling tip is being a troll out there. I guess that's the troll we got tonight. Do we have any mods out there? Does anybody want?
I believe there might be one. Yeah.
Jumpy, you want to take care of? Oh, Gizzard's out there. Okay, good. Thank you.
Who is it?
Basically, he was just saying he was being glib.
Damn, Rich didn't like me deleting the one. He come in behind me and deleted them all.
Oh.
Heck of a deal.
Heck with it.
He has been squished.
Yeah. I didn't see him out there, but
Nice Strike said troll, boom, they're gone.
from now on, guys, if you see a troll out there or someone just being an ass, swat them for me, would you?
Well, you said they were a troll, so I wasn't paying attention to the chat. You said they were a troll, so I went out there and boom.
I was too busy trying to release a video. I'm doing work while I'm on a chat.
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you?
Hey, the show must go on, man.
Yeah. So let's wrap it up. We've been running for a little over an hour. So, Gary, what can we expect tonight on what is it? The Foul Territory?
Foul Territory. Well, if I had my topics all organized, I would tell you. But seeing as I was gone half the afternoon, I haven't had a chance to get too organized yet. But we will have gun-related topics, probably some legislation we're going to discuss. I believe there's some stuff going on here in Kansas we need to discuss, among other things. And there will be prizes. This will be at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on the Gizzard Gary channel, both on YouTube and on gun channels where we love guns. And also just released a second range video on the Taurus TX22. So look for that. And thanks for the invite. Like, share, and subscribe to Night Strike. And please help contribute to Tulsa Strike 2 on Indiegogo.
Yep. So, Gary, I have one question to ask you. Mm-hmm. Since you did a follow-up video, give us a teaser. Did it perform well this time, or did it still have issues?
It had issues at first, but I will say the last 100 rounds it shot, it had no issues.
Right. What was the issue?
Basically, occasional failure to feeds, about one out of every magazine. But after I shot 263 rounds yesterday, and once I got done, I bought a box of Federal Auto Match. Well, I ran out, so I had to go to the counter and buy a box of 100 CCI mini mags, and it fed those perfectly.
That's my go-to 22. mini mags.
But that's also the first ammo I shot through it in the first video, and it choked on it. But now it loves it. So go figure.
Did you look at it anytime it didn't feed? Did you look at the round or maybe kind of try to figure out what it was doing?
What's funny, now Monday I was having trouble. Every time it would do that, I have to take the magazine out and reseat it. But this time, all I had to do is pull the slide back, and it would go ahead and cycle around. Every time. So I had no issues where I had to take the magazine out or anything like that.
All right. Awesome.
So better, not perfect, but it's looking good. I think I'll feed it some CCI mini mags from now on.
All right.
Oh,
Sarge, what can we expect from you?
I played around with some video settings today because I was looking at getting a better camera, and I just don't think that's in my budget. So I was playing around with GoPro settings, and I think I'm going to do a couple split screen videos where I film the same footage with different settings, and we're going to let people decide which one looks better instead of just my opinion. So I think I'm going to play around with that for a little bit and readjust my audio. So I'm going to get out on the range tomorrow. Then I'll be back tomorrow night at 11 p. East for, I guess it'll just be called C4 Defense Live, because I don't know. I think Boomer's probably on the Uber train again doing that tomorrow night. So we're going to talk about Tulsa, kind of working out the details about going. So that's all I have planned for this weekend. I appreciate the invite.
No problem. No problem. Anytime. All right. Rich, anything interesting or exciting coming up from you?
Let's see. Sunday night over on the Media Channel, we have This Week Unloaded at 8 Eastern.
Okay. You gonna give us any range videos of that shockwave now that you've got it all kitted out?
I'm not done with it yet.
You're not done with it. Okay.
Yeah,
you're gonna do a range video once you do, right?
Yeah, I already did a range video with it when I first got it.
No. Once you got it, how you like it?
Yeah, I gotta change out this grip first.
Okay.
Once I get the grip changed, that's going to be the final piece, is getting the grip changed. That's going to be the most expensive part.
Yeah. Once you do that, I want to see the video you do out for that. Okay. Just saying. All right, Tony, you got anything interesting coming up, or anything going on with you?
Well, in April, we're going to be doing this 2A Spring Challenge at 2afun.com, and you can download the targets there, and basically all you'll have to do is shoot that target with the instructions that are on the target. You can download it to 2afun.com, and at the end of April we'll have a drawing. It's going to be a random drawing. It won't be based on your shooting ability, because I would basically win that, so everybody else can just a random drawing, and the grand prize will be $100 for that, so that should be fun. But I just want to commit publicly to November that 2afun.com will donate its proceeds to your cause, Night Strike, for November. So you'll get. I'm dedicating November to Night Strike's Tulsa trip now. How about that?
Okay, because if you wait till November, that won't help me.
What about October?
You only got 30 days.
I got 30 days only.
I thought you said you were going to extend it.
I extended the campaign to 30 days. The problem is I only get the full amount if I hit the goal.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm just letting you know that right now.
So he needs $500 and some.
This is I don't understand you guys doing these campaigns. Why don't you just take what you get and do another one and add to it?
Can you not extend it more than 30 days?
You can't. I had it set for 60. Okay. And the 60 were up today. I can add another 31 days, and that was it. It won't let me extend any further than that, because it's 90 days.
So what is the actual drop dead date?
Well, 31 days from now. So
Okay.
Sometime next month, I assume.
I say it'd be this day next month. There's 31 days in this month.
This day next month, yeah.
Okay.
22nd.
We'll do what we can do.
So, any help that anyone can help out with this campaign will also help me do a bit more, because if I can get the full amount, I can get the tickets cheaper. I can get situated there. It'll also help me figure out how I'm also going to be able to go to the Gun Rights Policy Conference, because that's in Phoenix. I've got family in Phoenix. I was looking at doing that as well. So it doesn't just help me just for Tulsa. It also helps me do a little bit more as well. Because what I was thinking about doing is going with GunTube and doing some GunTube live streaming at the Gun Rights Policy Conference. I've already got that planned, so I've already got stuff already dedicated to that.
What's the date of the Gun Rights Policy Conference?
They haven't told me yet, but they said they were going to release the date they were going to have it, but it's going to be held in Phoenix. I have family in Phoenix, so I don't have to worry about going and acquiring lodging. So I'll be good there. I've got aunts and uncles, and I've got cousins that live in Arizona, so I'll be good, especially the Phoenix area. So that'll be good. Philo, I've already got some money set aside for the conference. I'm not putting that towards anything else. The conference is just going to be the price of the ticket. So
$6.
No, a bit more than that.
$7.
But as long as I know when it's going to be, last year they did it September 22nd, September 23rd. That's when they have it. So if it's going to be that same time frame again, I can get tickets, and it'll be much cheaper than trying to get it last minute with Tulsa, because I tried to do the Tulsa thing, and I just got an email the other day where they raised the prices from like $200 or $300 round trip to $400 and $500 round trip because it was that much closer.
It's ridiculous.
So I don't know. I think someone needs to investigate the price gouging that airlines are doing on the people.
Yeah, the closer you get to the date, the price goes up.
The price goes up, which is why does it matter whether it's now or like 3 months ahead? It doesn't make any sense.
Because they're pre-selling the tickets that far in advance.
Yeah, but when you go to a normal event, even if you pre-buy a ticket at that event, the tickets don't go down in price. They're the same damn price they were as if you got it at the event.
Are you talking about airline tickets?
I'm comparing airline tickets to normal events. Like music events or an event you have to buy a ticket for.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's always been that if you buy your tickets, 3, 4, 5 months in advance, they're cheaper than if you buy them a week before.
That's true.
So
yeah, you usually get some kind of discount from buying it for advanced purchase.
Yeah,
probably be cheaper to ship yourself. Man. Get you a box with some holes in it,
That would be the ORMD or whatever, though.
Yeah, you'd have to ORMD it for sure.
So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on other videos as well. So, though I'm thinking I may start putting just some videos that you don't see on YouTube, on GunTube specifically. So you may want to check out GunTube.org for some Night Strike exclusive videos. Also, just check out GunTube.org anyways.
I was just there this afternoon checking it out.
Check out GumTube.org. Also, check out what was it? Check out NightStrike.com.
I mean, aren't most people like me? I have like a daily rotation. I go to GunTube, I go to Gun Channels, I go to YouTube. Like I have a rotation I do every day.
Huh.
People should do that.
Also, check out the Indiegogo campaign. And with that, we're done. Stick a fork in her. So we will see you all later. Take it easy. We'll see you on the next one.
Give him the bird.
See you on the range.
Thanks.
No
Shall not be
PP
infringed.
Cobalt.
Shall not be infringed.
Thou
No
shalt not
infringements.
be infringed.
No, it's
Right.
thou shalt not be infringeth.
No PP in cold box.
It is recommended that you do not urinate in the food.
Who coined that? Who
device.
coined that phrase? I've always wondered who coined the phrase.
Never enough ammo.
Don't pee in the fridge. Never enough ammo.
Yep.
Oh, I don't believe that.
He probably didn't come up with it, but that's what he. I found an image.
That's where I remember it starting was with him.
So, all right. So we're done with this. We'll see you later, guys.